Hi, I'm Scott Fadd, the author of the novel King of Nod. King of Nod is part ghost story, part mystery, part coming-of-age tale told in the Southern Gothic tradition. It's set on a secluded barrier island off the coast of South Carolina, where in the 1970s a young white boy named Boo Taylor is drawn into the mystery of a terrible lynching that took place decades earlier. As an adult, Boo returns to the island upon news of his father's death, and his homecoming awakens the ghosts and beasts and even the great love that haunted his childhood. The story weaves back and forth between present and past as Boo unlocks the secrets to the island's great mystery. When I'm asked what inspired me to write King of Nod, I point to one of the central characters in the story, a magical old black woman named Laylie Colbriar. Miss Laylie is very much based on a real person from my own childhood, Miss Virginia Wood. Miss Ginny was my grandparents' housekeeper. She almost single-handedly raised my mother, and she also helped raise me and my brothers and sister. Growing up, I was certain Miss Ginny must have been about 100 years old. She was very pretty and very funny and very wise. She told great ghost stories. She made her own wine, and she had root cures for all kinds of ailments. Once, she cured these warts I had on my fingers by rubbing them with some concoction made out of raw bacon and I don't know what else. And then I had to run around the house backwards 3 times and throw the bacon over my shoulder. The next day, the warts were gone. Miss Ginny had a little house very much like Laylie Colbriar's house, at the end of a dead-end lane with a rickety old porch and an old hound. I kept a vegetable garden at her place, and I remember spending hours picking weeds out of that garden and her cackling at me from the porch. When I went to her funeral, sitting there and staring at the coffin, a story came to me about Miss Ginny rescuing 2 white children in the woods from some charging monster. Years later, when I finally wrote down that story, I kept a picture of Miss Ginny taped to my computer. The story became the novel King of Nod, and it is, among many things, a tribute to that sweet old lady. She was a beautiful person, and I loved her a lot.